Mm-hmm.
And again, there's no right or wrong position for someone to be in. There's no right or wrong grip. There's no right or wrong stance. And if you do say there's right or wrong, we put up a barrier straight away.
Yeah. But I think the reason, I don't think it's done intentionally, but even with that, like, you know, you create a barrier or an artificial qualifier and just another brass ring to reach, another glass ceiling to shatter, something else that you can qualify yourself with moving better, right? I think the reason a lot of PTs gravitate towards it is because it lends to this artificial sense of achievement for clients along the way.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Oh, can you, like, you know, reach down and touch your toes without bending your knees? I mean, you're never going to do that ever in your life, but can you do it?
What's the purpose? Yeah.
Do you know? And then the other piece of it is, like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with have you seen the FMS? I think it's a 21-point system or something like that for the 6 tests or something like that.
A bit of it, but it's, just, I don't
7
know if,
tests,
as you mentioned, I have the blood pressure to get too deep into it.
But this was actually where it actually runs headlong into itself, right? Because we were given the example that, so you're scored out of 21, right? Arbitrarily. I think there's 7 tests and you get 3 points. So
up to 3 points, is it?
Yes. Okay. So it's, this will tie very nicely into a good talking point for us. And I'm going to try, I'm sure there's massive advocates for it out there who are like fucking angrily typing right now. But, so number 3, if you score 3, it means that you were able to perform the task completely, whatever the task, it might be overhead squat, let's just say, or there was like the hurdle step. And then a 2 was you could complete it with some compensation.
Okay.
A 1 is you could not complete the task fully. And a 0 was if any pain was experienced.
Oh,
so when you got 0, it was pain experience, immediate GP referral.
And this, for a lot of people, is going to be the first time they've ever exposed their body to a position or a movement.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and this is the thing, like when you do, I have people sometimes message me going, oh, do you do like a full NCT, a full body assessment? I was like, no. Like, why not? I'm like, but because if you want to look for problems, I'm going to find them.
Mm-hmm.
And have you got any pain or discomfort or is any movement becoming an issue for you? No. So what do you want to look for? Because I can put you on all these famous tests and go, right, let's externally rotate both shoulders. Oh, look, your left one has significant less than your right. So what?
Mm-hmm.
Did you check that when you were born? Did you check that when you were 5, 15, 20, 25? Do we know if you've been like that the entire time? Have you any pain or issue with that shoulder? No. So then what do you want to do? You know, and this is where we need to understand that we are not meant to be a mirror image of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just because you have some particular degree of ROM on range of motion on one side doesn't mean you're going to have the same on the other. And it doesn't mean one side's better than the other. That's just it. If you have no issue in a movement involving those ranges, don't go looking for problems. Like, if you want to be perfect, you're setting yourself up for a horrible life of failure. I hate to tell you, because that's just not the way that we are designed.
And I would actually look at that as you mentioned, like if somebody seemingly has nothing wrong, but they're coming to you almost looking for problems. I wonder, is it that? So a lot of the time when people try and, it's like when people ask you, like, I'll get asked about like training plans or diets or whatever, you know, it's very specifics. Is intermittent fasting good for losing weight? Like a very recent one I'll give you is one of the people I coach wants to get in better shape. So like, I want to start count my calories. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. So put her on a set number of calories each day, set number of protein, fats, carbs. Said like, just hit the calories and the protein. Don't worry so much about the rest. And then a bit of fiber and you'll be fine. It's like, oh, but do I not need to like eat less calories on my non-training days and more on my training days? I'm like, right, you are looking at the 1% difference right now. You are looking at that, like take the low-hanging fruit. You have never even written down what you've eaten before and you want to jump straight to counting and now you're worrying about alternate, like rotating it in and out.
Cycling, yeah.
Yeah, I think people do it as a form of like, they would love for you to find, so go, the reason I haven't been able to progress my bench press isn't because I train like a dickhead. It's because my left shoulder is slightly more internally rotated than my left shoulder. My right is more internally rotated than my left. I honestly think that's what it is. And I'll just finish up this thing about the screening, right? So if you were this was what they're saying. So you'd get the 3 points, 2 points, 1 point or 0 points. And the goal of it was, if you got under 14, I think it was, you had a higher risk of injury, right? But if you got 21 out of 21, you were hypermobile and potentially more at risk of injury. So there was actually no winning, right? Because we got that. They were like, they gave us two scenarios where you had somebody with this score and somebody with this score. Which one is more likely to be injured based on these? And it was like one like lightweight female Olympic weightlifter who scores a perfect 21 out of 21, and one's like a rugby player dude that scores like a 9 out of 21. And they're like, actually, they're both at risk of injury because she's probably hypermobile. Given her size and her weight, she's probably not very muscular. So that with the stats they gave her, but she's also very mobile. And this is so fucking stupid.
Jesus.
But
So you're fucked either way.
pretty much, yeah. You just may as well pack it in now. You know what I mean? That's it. That was the impression I got. And I was like, well, the good thing is we could just not do any screening and they don't ever have to worry about it.
Exactly. Yeah.